It has been 4 years now that I was told I have AIDS, and I haven't made any kind of health update in a minute.
Before she gets into where she's at today, we have to start with our very first video and work our way all the way to the last one. So y'all can probably judge what I'm about to fix my lips and say. Hold up.
Yeah, I said it.
This is Instagram model Gena Tew. She's been linked to Chris Brown and Nick Cannon, whom are number 3 and 4 on the list of celebrities that sleep around too damn much. But Gena found out she has the monster, and her life instantly changed.
What happened?
I'll let her tell it.
So I guess it's time for story time. Everyone keeps asking how I got AIDS. I didn't know I had AIDS. I just got sick one day, started fainting, fevers, then I got really weak, and I was going to the doctors and no one knew what was wrong. They just kept assuming cancer, cervical cancer, lesions, and then I had some doctors saying, no, you're perfectly fine, like there's nothing wrong with you. But eventually a doctor was like, did you know you have AIDS? And I'm like, no, because I wasn't getting checked like I should have as much as I was supposed to. So I didn't know, and I lost a lot of weight because I was in the hospital. I don't know what happened. And from losing all that weight, I lost mobility in my legs, so I can't walk or stand right now. But I do my therapy every day, and I do take my pills.
Ready? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Push through those legs. Come on, push. Stand up. Push through those legs. Come on, do it. Push those legs. Anyway, not bad. Not bad at all.
No, I don't know who gave it to me. I just found out recently I didn't have it. You know, they said if I didn't show up when I did, I would have died because my blood count was so low. You know, I was needing blood bags. They was taking bone samples. They were doing a lot because I was so weak. Still so weak. And I think I have wasting syndrome. I'm not anorexic on purpose. But yeah, I hope that answered a bunch of you guys' questions.
Here's my question. How the F do you feel? Because even though it would have been my fault, I'd have been mad at the whole world. Forever. I'm talking like mad. And it's crazy because dudes back in my time used to look at chicks like, I hit that raw. And we knew about the monster back then. It was the boogeyman to us. And we were still busting cheeks without protection. Like, sex before marriage is killing us out here. And I know most guys that see her will have unprotected sex with her if that was the only option. And to be real, most of us only wear protection so we don't have kids. And you think we know better because there's been reports back in the day where there's been men and women saying they've intentionally slept around knowing they have AIDS so they could infect as many people as possible. They felt mad that somebody infected them. And we know this and we still was reckless. Come on. So imagine the spouse that's cheating. 48% of cheating is done unprotected. If a dirtbag infects you, keep in mind that you'll probably get off with temporary insanity and God will forgive you. So go ahead and do it. Hit that subscribe button, you big dummy, and watch the next video. Remember that IG model, Gena Tew, that revealed she had AIDS or HIV? She's relevant because she has been linked to a few celebrities who seem to be sick as well. But being that she admitted to being infected, we now need to know who gave you the virus or where did you get it from?
So I get this question a lot. I do not know who gave it to me or where I got it, how I got it. All I know is that because I was so sick at the point of death that they said I had to have had it for 8 to 10 years.
A commenter mentioned that a pap smear would have revealed that you were infected. Why didn't you get tested in 8 to 10 years?
In that time frame, I was living in New York City and I was homeless. I did get raped a couple times, not something I like to talk about. I have had a couple free tattoos, so it could have been a dirty needle. I don't know. Do I know those people? No. Did I say anything when those things happened? No, because I was naive and I was stupid and I was young. And that's all I can really say about this question.
People thought when I was homeless in New York that, oh, her mom, this is such a lie. Her parents would never just leave her there to be homeless. One thing I think I should have mentioned in my story time is that I never told my mother and my family that I was homeless.
Well, that sucks. Did your exes tell you to hang it up after you told them?
Well, when I had to reach out to my exes, they didn't even tell me that I needed to, but I just felt it was necessary. And I don't have that many exes, believe it or not. So it wasn't very hard for me to let them know. They were very understanding, and they more felt bad for me than anything because they're actually okay.
It's crazy you think you didn't have to tell them you was infected, but show us how your legs are currently doing. How about your eye?
I went to the doctor the other day and he said that I need to wait a month for progress. So they put a gas bubble in my eye, so that's what's making it completely blind, like completely. But I gotta wait a month to see some progress, and it's really scary, But
now let me say this to y'all. Gena Tew has a beautiful personality, and I think I will fall in love with how kind she appears. Stay until the end so you can see a couple of clips of how cool of a person she seems to be. However, I think Gena Tew is extremely irresponsible. I've scoured her TikTok account and she is making her disease seem as if it's an amazing hurdle that can catapult one into a world of attention.
happy 500K to me. Happy 500K to us. Guys, it would not have been freaking possible without you guys. Thank you so much for us reaching over 500,000 followers on TikTok. It means the world to me. Without your support and your love and your comments and your prayers and shares, this would not be possible.
She rarely ever takes responsibility for possibly getting herself infected. You seem so hungry for attention that you may be faking all of this. And my apologies if you aren't, but you are still really reckless, miss. And no, I'm not judging you, just identifying you. You caught a disease because you was indeed reckless. And young girls will look up to you. So whatever you was doing, you should at the very least speak out against it. AIDS and HIV are no joke. Some of y'all was scared of the COVID, but y'all out here sleeping with strangers skin to skin, you nasty bastards. I would tell no lies. Raw sex is amazing, but that's when you're married and both you and she are being respectful to one another. Other than that, her juices can cause your meat to fall off, and whatever jungle he had his meat marinated in, the parasites will be stuck inside of you. So let's do better, y'all, and hit that like button. Juicy out.
PSA. It does not matter how pretty you are. It doesn't matter how much money you got in the bank. It does not matter your celebrity status. Anyone can get this disease. Anybody can have AIDS. It does not discriminate. I might be skinny, I know. But I'm still cute. Can we please stop body shaming people? Some of us are naturally skinny. Me, of course, yes, I got skinny. When I got sick. But guys, I'm over 90 pounds now, which is normally my normal weight. I'm like 95 to 98 normally. Genetics. My brother's really, really small. If you follow me, you've seen him. We're like the same size. It's really genetics. For some of you, you think it looks sick, but to a lot of us, it's just natural. But I get it. But let's please stop body shaming. I love you guys.
I just wanted to update you guys. That's all. Have a great day.
Gena Tew is a young woman that admitted to being HIV positive. Why does anyone care? She was seen with a list of celebrities, and Nick Cannon being the most notable. Is it because of Mariah or because he has 3,000 kids?
Mission failed.
Watch this video for the detailed story. It's not that good, but it got better. Let's get the updates out the way though. How has your eye been progressing since the whole gas bubble thing? Ugh.
I actually just had to leave my eye doctor. Why, you may ask? Well, don't mind if I do. I was wearing my mask, but I'm sorry.
caught COVID and lived. I am not afraid of COVID anymore. That's what I thought too. What if COVID was never a thing and you were coughing up a storm? Would it have been alright for me to have gotten my cheeks out of there? You caught COVID and lived. I'm still surprised about that. There are people that think HIV is a death sentence. Apparently it isn't. Didn't think Magic was even strong enough to beat it, but he did.
I seen it.
If she's allowed to judge someone, wait until we get through these updates. Y'all gonna judge me. Gena, are you walking?
I get asked this a lot. Y'all keep asking me every day. But I can't, man. I can't. Here's my walker. And I have to do it where I can hold the bed to try to help me out a little. See? Trying to busting out the diaper, but anyway. No.
I understand the frustrations, just not feeling it though, because you included us into your life. I think you acted frustrated because you know the hate is about to come, but that's not true. There are people that truly care about your progress. We watched that video of your legs struggling to help your core stand you up. Made some of us physically sick to our stomach. Your legs look like they were literally about to break off. And being a builder of bodies, I'm Team G2. And thank God you're standing without human assistance. Big kudos. But back to it, Miss Tew, you are wildin' out. You played thotty roulette and it is your responsibility to be a good role model to all of our children. You promoting that loose lifestyle is wild. I've never criticized the way you look, only the mistake you've made. I've even acknowledged your beautiful personality, but people making it seem like we are haters because we're using her mistakes as a teacher moment confuses me. Are y'all part of an agenda that want to pollute the minds of our babies?
Y'all need to do better.
Don't fucking tell me what to do. You don't know me, I don't know you, I don't want to get to know you. So please, unless you pay my bills, pay my telephone bills, do you pay my automobiles? I don't think you do. So don't fucking tell me what to do, bitch.
If she didn't openly promote it as devil music, I'd be with her. But that music made me do mad dumb things as a young boy. And I seen what music do to women, trust me. Y'all already know. But Miss Tew, I can tell you what to do. You don't have to listen to it though. That's your right. It's just sad because someone made a comment in this video that is probably true. Gena Tew will get herself back to form, and there will be guys and maybe even women wanting to dust off some boots. And Miss Tew, you know that's nasty. But you open your door to all of this. The more people that knows you, the more people that will dislike you. Let's jump on to you using Megan Stallion to talk for you, Miss Tew.
Biddy's hating on me, but it's cool, ninjas love me.
You shouldn't have started at that line. You have HIV, okay?
Body banging, I ain't had to let the doctor cut me.
That's subjective, but you should have started right there.
And the next one of your blogs gonna spread lies, I'm gonna
Here's the truth, Gena Tew. You are a naturally beautiful girl. You appear to have been lost and confused. Your path took advantage of your beautiful and accepting personality, but you were indeed infected. You're amazing right up until you show your ass. Tells a large portion of us that you don't see the value you possess. You make it seem cool to live with HIV, and it should be promoted that living with HIV isn't a death sentence, but you need to equally promote the dangers of that lifestyle.
Took my eye patch off so you can see me clearly when I say this. Do not message me telling me what I can and cannot post, what I should and should not share on my platforms about my life. This is my journey. I'm not telling you what to do, and I'm not telling you to live like me. If you do not like it, you can go away. Have a blessed day.
Hold up.
Gena Tew is out here stressing out a lot of folk, and by her own words, it's a lot of baby mamas and side chicks. If you're new to the channel, comment where you're from so I can show some love. On to Gena Tew. She's still at it, y'all, and people are defending her. I want to make sure it's understood that when it comes to Gena Tew, I only wish the best for her. Watch this clip.
As some of you know, I'm literally half blind, like no vision here, and a little vision in this one. So
So y'all think we see that and we think, oh, since it's her fault she has that infection, we don't feel bad?
prayers up, y'all, because I cannot lose my vision, but prayers up.
Breaks my heart that she may go blind, to the point I pray for her and I won't stop praying for her. But her stories seem inconsistent, y'all. She alleged she was sexually abused on multiple occasions, but why hasn't she ever mentioned any past negative AIDS tests? Before we close out, we'll get to the person she's claiming infected her and why she's claiming it. When you hear it, no disrespect, you'll probably feel it makes no sense because any sane person will have went straight to an AIDS testing site. She shouldn't receive blame because her infection isn't her fault. Watch this.
Not worth it. So hot, you say to yourself, this would be worth AIDS. Then, later in the heat of unprotected passion, he inadvertently blurted out, baby, you're not just hot, you're AIDS hot.
That wasn't me mocking. She created that video, and the caption right here, she's the one that made this caption. So she's the one that's saying she was not smart. Most people don't know these videos in which she accepts accountability because they're drowned out by videos of her promoting a promiscuous lifestyle. That's what I blame her for. If a man gets infected in any way, but he's on social media receiving donations while he's still promoting the strip club.
You know, if you're gonna be out there like that, you know, it's like, you gonna wear a bulletproof vest before you walk into that war field?
Yeah.
Or are you just gonna hope that you can duck real quick? You
And
know?
then you gotta also understand, like, you know, I personally believe HIV is chemical warfare in its truest form anyway.
Yeah,
It's designed to get rid of certain groups of people.
Yeah,
So,
and it worked.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
and now
regardless,
the super rich.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of how it developed,
it's still out there.
It's still out there.
But
There is no cure, and you know.
What you mean? Are you sure about that?
Oh, Magic Johnson, he's got the special cure,
Hey, it's a lot of.
You know, it's not
Magic Johnson is just the only one that is publicly.
It's not a death sentence because the actual medication that you could take once you get it, you could live just as long as you would without it, as long as you stay on your medication.
I'm judging him and his mama. I truly do not understand what the people defending her are talking about. Her actions are selfish and flat out wrong. That's what we're judging. I don't hold her accountable for getting infected. I hold her accountable for spreading the devil's work. The more exposing we do of Gena Tew's actions, the more money and gifts she get from her defenders who protect, defend, and finance her lifestyle. That's disgusting to me. People buying her bags and so forth is ridiculous. Tell those people to donate to your sister's kids or strictly your hospital and medication fees. She caught AIDS somehow, so now we're supposed to be working so we can buy her designer bags and body wash? That's ridiculous. Watch this clip and let me know if I'm blowing it out of proportion. She was asked a question which I know by now has to annoy her, but being that she loves attention, she did what she typically do and made it worse. Y'all know.
What happened? Well, I guess y'all still on this?
We'll be on it until you start telling the truth.
What's going through the questions y'all ask me?
Run down everyone you may have infected.
Y'all know how many baby mamas and side chicks was in my DMs over the stupid accusations? Do you know? I ain't even answer them. I'm like, talk to your man, girl. Girls, talk to your mans. That's your man, not mine.
She's intentionally keeping this going because of all of the cake. On top of her sponsors and sympathizers, people are sending her Cash App bread. And I agree with y'all that she shouldn't look at her disease as a death sentence, and she shouldn't have to fight depression on her own. But baby girl got AIDS, y'all.
I'm worth it.
She's out here celebrating way too much, and that's blowing my mind. Let us celebrate you. She's out here promoting sexy while she has full-blown AIDS. That makes no freaking sense to me. Insert Charlie Sheen's dirty. This man is not just the face of promiscuity. He is also the face of how a promiscuous lifestyle can freak your life all the way up. He was out here infecting people, y'all. Dirty. In an interview with Maxim back in 2000, in regards to his body count, Dirty said, if you want me to take a wild guess, I'll say 5,000. So who's to blame in that situation? Let's be real. Sex with a condom is like eating a banana. Unpeeled. What the Still decent. But when you know what it's like unpeeled or raw, you start thinking
this would be worth AIDS.
Because of that, we can fairly surmise Dirty went raw with at least 75% of them smelly women. It is this easy to get a first date to have raw, sweaty sex with you.
I want to be close to you. Intimate, like really close. If I wear a condom, it creates like this distance between us.
100 out of 100 times, you're going to be inside of her after that, with zero protection against disease and pregnancy. And keep in mind, y'all barely know one another. As a he, him, his 100% male, I understand why we take them suicide missions. It's like getting a massage with your clothes on. Yeah, it was alright, but what's up with the happy ending? If you're not married, that wet is the devil. Another child right now wouldn't be 100% excitement for me or my wife. But I be in there like swimwear, baby. I gotta feel her, you feel me? Ladies, let me know if condoms are trash for women too. Or do y'all even notice the difference? Comment below. Back to Gena Tew. Who do she believe infected her? We'll watch a small segment from Gossip Girl 2.0. The full video will be in the description.
He's someone I don't really talk about. I was with him for a really long time. People always ask me, where do you think you got it? How do you think you got it? And like I said, I don't know. I didn't know I had it. I always wonder if he could have been the person.
Why him?
He cheated on me with men. All the time.
There's a good chance.
All the time.
How did you find out that he was cheating with men?
He went on vacation. He went on vacation to visit somebody for some kind of thing he was doing.
I believe some of the leads put pressure on her to remove them from the situation, so she threw it on an unknown. She's saying she believes it's a boyfriend she was dating during COVID. She said the doctor told her she had her infection for about 10 years, so that makes no sense. And if you watch Gossip Girl's full video, you'll notice a post which shows she didn't want the relationship to be over. So would she get back at him for ending their relationship like that? Maybe. She said her ex was on the down low, meaning he was sticking his ding dong in man booty. If that's true, sir, you are a scumbag. Do you believe she really believes it's her ex? And besides statements like we're all human and none of us are special, why do some of y'all believe Gena Tew's actions and decisions should be respected by everyone that hears her story? What is it that she does or say that makes that make sense? A parent's #1 job is to protect their children from harm. There are things prohibited from airing on radio, TV, and film because parents demanded help in protecting their children. I agree keeping our kids away from Gena Tew is on us, not Gena Tew. But whose job is it to keep Gena Tew away from our kids?
I just want to thank everyone for all the messages and emails and prayers and support that I've been getting in the past couple of days. Even the negativity, I understand a lot of you. It's okay. Please see the light in this somehow. I hope other people can be open and as honest as I am. And I really thank you for the support and anything that you guys have donated. I'm still raising money to move and be closer to my family. It's all appreciated and all love all around. All positivity on this account. Just know God's got me. And if God's got me, He's got you. I love you. Good night.
I'll go grab a condom.
Today is the freaking day, y'all. I have been waiting for my CD4 to get over 200 for the longest. Y'all, not only is it over 200, it is 308.
What do you mean by that?
That means that I am no longer being seen on paper as AIDS. I am being seen as HIV.
Why shouldn't we care, right? Because she still has HIV.
HIV! Yeah.
And yes, she's still allegedly a reckless thotty. What are you saying?
If anyone cuts themselves or I cut myself and we're all together, they're not gonna catch nothing. Just like I won't infect them if I give them a kiss on the forehead.
Yuck.
Does that mean I reversed it? Yeah, a little bit, it does. And you know how? I take my medicine every day. I got to the point to where I'm undetectable, untransmittable, and I can live my life just like everybody else.
What's wrong with her? First, let's start with what's right with her. It makes it easier for them to hear it. 1, she's very creative. 2, visually, she's stunning. And 3, seems like a chill person to get silly with. But ain't nothing here funny. She's spreading that hot sauce.
What?
You heard me. Listen to this, y'all.
Oh, your girl is dating now. Yeah, I'm seeing somebody. And guess what?
He's either crazy than a mofo or he got AIDS himself.
They don't have HIV or AIDS.
Is this person deaf, dumb, or just haven't heard of you? Told ya that this Jezebel was out of control, y'all. Y'all was out here supporting her like guppies that were infected by the pandemic.
Okay, I'm undetectable. I've said this before. I've been undetectable.
Can somebody explain what she means when she says that? Because it seemed like she said that because she thought it mattered. To my favorite G2 commenter, we are not doctors, so we do not care about all that science talk. Are we not interested to find out what kind of person decides to date a person bound to a wheelchair because she recklessly contracted AIDS and is allegedly currently being a thotty on TikTok at this very second?
Y'all telling me he's not crazy?
I say crazy because he has money, and most importantly,
They don't have HIV or AIDS.
I'll be damned. I told y'all she's gonna find herself that guppy. There are men that fly women to Dubai to play with that nasty thing.
But I'm not in Dubai, y'all.
You going somewhere hot though, so why wouldn't a crazy person sleep with you?
They don't have to have AIDS. That means I cannot transmit it to the other person. There are precautions that a man can have. They can take things like PrEP. it does have a little complications with that, I believe. So I'm not recommending it, but you could.
And then go home sleep with their wives.
He cheated on me with men. All the time.
Sick bastards. I hope this man's a great man sent by the Most High and helps Gena see she's infecting humanity. In closing, she's disgusting. I don't care what y'all say. If you have a disease that can either claim a person's life or spread to someone that can't stand that hot sauce, you shouldn't be allowed to flaunt sexy on anything social. Bleep y'all mean. Gena Tew, you studdy. I say that with all love. If I was the Most High, you'd be chilly in hell right now. Straight up.
Oxymoron.
Watch this next video.
Have a great day. Wow. God bless.
I would have never thought in a million bajillion years that I would end up with AIDS, blind, and disabled.
First of all, she knew she had it for a long time.
I didn't know I had AIDS. They just kept assuming cancer, cervical cancer.
In the 90s, yeah, she would have been lying. But with them symptoms,
Got to the point I couldn't get out of my bed, really. And I ended up pooping on my floor. It was just so uncontrollable. I'm like, I gotta go to the hospital. I can't do this. And I almost didn't know if I was gonna make it because I could barely walk down the hall to get to my elevator.
for the ones saying she's lying and she should have known she had AIDS, you're telling me if that was you, you would have thought AIDS, not cancer?
I just got sick one day, started fainting, fevers. Then I got really weak and I was going to the doctors and no one knew what was wrong.
Hold up. Do you even know this young lady?
Hey, you guys, it's Gena Tew. Y'all know who I am, yeah.
During COVID, Gena Tew was diagnosed with AIDS.
I was diagnosed in 21.
Gena, in 2021, you was 26, and the doctor said you had to have had it for 8 to 10 years.
I was not diagnosed with HIV at 16 or 17 years old. Don't know where you got that from.
Gena, we've been tuned in since day one.
I do not know who gave it to me or where I got it, how I got it. All I know is that because I was so sick at the point of death that they said I had to have had it for 8 to 10 years.
In those 8 to 10 years, Gena Tew was linked to a handful of celebrities. Chris Brown, Nick Cannon, Chief Keef, Taryn Manning, Trey Songz, Dave East, DeVito, Jeffree Star, Diplo, and Tyson Beckford. So the interest to know the identities of celebrities she slept with grew and grew to the point of disrespect.
So I guess y'all still on this?
Does Allison Carey have AIDS because of you?
What's going through the questions y'all ask me?
Well, Mariah's sister has HIV positive.
You know, I've never met a sister. I tried to stay away out of the story.
You've heard these stories,
but I've heard the story. Like, I stay out of it because it was never like I was there for her. I was her support system.
Y'all know how many baby mamas and side chicks was in my DMs over the stupid accusations?
How many?
Do you know?
Did you tell them?
I ain't even answer him. I'm like, talk to your man, girl.
That's Duddy.
Girls, talk to your mans. That's your man, not mine.
It may seem like she was making light of a serious situation, but I get it now. She thought she was dying, but all we cared about was the identity of the celebrity. Yuck.
Like normally, if I'm a side dude, I'm most likely going to use a condom because she's in a full-blown relationship with another person.
Right.
Like, so to protect me and her.
I knew it was Nick Cannon. Mr. Wildin' Out was out here wilding out and impregnating everything that was born a light-skinned woman.
You should use condoms. Now, my condom ratio, I'm winning. Like, my level, it doesn't happen every time, but I still get an A.
And even talking as if he was immune to AIDS.
Interesting. So now, so that you say that, and there's, you know, because at one point, I was on like 30 medications because of like my lupus. And one of my doctors told me, like, one of the pills that I'm on, and it wasn't just HIV, but they were telling me that I get my blood work done every month because I have to because of, lupus.
It seems as if he really does have lupus and he's not embarrassed by that, but it also sounds as if he is undetectable and he has either HIV or AIDS.
There are like a lot of the things in viruses that the average person can get I can't get because of the level of medication that I'm on, and because I have an autoimmune condition that my immune system, anything foreign, it instantly wants to get rid of, and some of the drugs that I'm on enhance that ability.
And that's the same story infected men tell young guppies. What the hell?
So I was like, oh, I'm on some Iron Man, Spider-Man shit. Like, I can't, like, when he told me that, I was like, oh, I'm out here. I got a cake for my and then because I get a check, I get my blood work done for everything, just because levels and all that shit every month. So, in everything, I was like, oh. So there probably has been some in my mind where I was like,
I can't get AIDS. I'm going raw in everything.
You're disgusting. Even though Nick is dirty, he's not the celebrity predator that's intentionally infecting these thirsty guppies.
Why are you hating on her? So she's not supposed to experience happiness just because she has AIDS? She came forward to save people's lives.
And that's the same thing a lot of us thought. Gena, tell them why you came out.
I came out about having AIDS because I thought I was going to die. I didn't come out to be an activist. I came out so that people knew whenever I'm gone what the reason was.
Playing Monday morning quarterback, Gena Tew knew who burnt her. The problem was, he had her thinking she burnt him, if anything.
I'm not saying no names, but yeah, I thought we were still friends. I actually had one of my prior exes hit me up, and he actually blocked me on all social media.
Let's digress for a second. The man she is speaking of, listen to the slip-up she makes about him. It's the same person. Her manager is the person she's referring to. Listen.
And it's annoying. It's annoying. Unless you're like rich and you have the grimiest manager of all, not manager, lawyer of all time.
And he, we were cool, but then he saw all the tabloids and he got upset about it. He's like, are you talking about me? And I was like, no, I have nothing. What? You're not even in those. What's wrong with you? You know? And I actually haven't mentioned him, which is, oh, my eyes going blurry. Sorry.
And you can tell right there, she realized she was victimized.
He's someone I don't really talk about. I was with him for a really long time.
Here's the thing, did she really care for him, or was it just the attention she was getting from him?
I was in a relationship for a while when I lived in New York. I wasn't a cheater. So I was with him for almost 3 years. You know, I done fell in love with you and all this. And
this dude allegedly knew he was infected, told the world he was in a way where he could get away with it, because who would really be the wiser? That's dirty.
He could...
Say it.
I always wonder if he could have been the person.
And that's exactly what I said. She knew who it was.
I don't know, man. I'm trying to figure crap out.
Listen to what she's saying on multiple occasions.
When I turned 18, I moved to New York City and I was homeless for 4 years, trying to pursue music, of course.
I did get raped a couple times, not something I like to talk about. I have had a couple free tattoos, so it could have been a dirty needle. I don't know. Do I know those people? No. Did I say anything when those things happened? No, because I was naive and I was stupid and I was young. And
like I told a lot of people, it could have been a dirty tattoo. Mind you, like, what do I have, like 9 tattoos? About 7 of them are free. And I didn't get all of them done in a shop. Why did I do that, you ask? Because tattoos is expensive. And when they free, I'm going to say, yeah. I mean, hey, broke mindset, I guess. And probably not the smartest mindset, so.
I'm not telling you to believe this. I'm just saying, I believe the predator put pressure on her and had her say these incriminating things.
I object, Your Honor!
To yourself?
Yeah. But I would like to...
I know black women. I love black women. But I've never met a black woman that would incriminate herself unless she was taking the heat off of a man.
And I feel like I've been led the wrong way and told to do things that I probably shouldn't have even listened to, because it just put me deeper in a hole.
Gena, first you have to blame your daddy. He did a terrible job. After that, hop right over to your mama. She failed. And then take some ownership that your actions were terrible as well. But that does not absolve the predator for what he did. So we need to get him. He needs to be locked up forever.
But the person I was dating, or seeing at the time, that I had the hives, he says he's clean as well. Meanwhile, he's out living his life and touring and stuff.
So today,
I got a message about an interview that I should watch.
Alright, she takes forever to get to it. So all she's really saying is she had feelings for this predator, and someone told her to watch this interview we're gonna watch a few clips from. She mentions how this interview makes him look really bad, and basically how she's becoming sick to her stomach because it's solidifying her thoughts that it is him who infected her.
But the fact that it's coming back to my face and they're telling me stuff about STDs and all this mess, and this man has been with me and everybody else doing the same thing with everybody else.
The young lady in the interview is Shelly August. She has a lawsuit out against the predator, and he's trying to ruin her.
There's other people out there who have tried to get their justice against him, and he's been able to keep it so compressed and under wraps, and I'm the only one who's kind of basically still standing, and he's still doing everything he can to push me so far into a wall where I just have no escape and just like put me in like financial ruin basically.
I'm gonna let her tell you who he is.
Oh my god, it's Diplo.
Thomas Wesley Pence.
He got upset that I asked him if it's true that he has herpes.
I'm gonna get to you in a second. Shelly, you was raised better than that.
I grew up Christian, and I grew up kind of like in a semi-strict household, like very structured, and I wasn't like a wild child, and I was like also such a prude. Like I said, I grew up Christian, and like my intention was honestly to wait till marriage.
Is it bad parenting if your child don't know how to use the advice you gave them?
Not at all. That's why it's kind of just like, how did I get here?
And that's no shame to you. I put that on your daddy. He failed you and your mama.
My parents actually just recently divorced.
Oh, no.
Last November. Yeah.
Now back to that dirty dog Diplo.
And I said, well, she's the one actually who told me that you have herpes. So is that true?
Like at this point, you guys hadn't had sex before the herpes, right?
No.
You suspected he was burning, yet you still slept with him? What? Raw?
Yeah, but you have to remember that it was under the pretense that he was clean. He kept saying, I get tested as much as a porn star.
Yeah.
So if you get tested as much as a porn star, I'm assuming you're clean. That's like, why, I would have preferred to use a condom. But of course, his constant thing was, I'm clean. I get tested a lot.
I get it. Condoms suck. I cannot stand them. But this man Diplo is burning.
Allegedly.
And he still refuses to wear condoms.
Allegedly.
Even though it's obviously intentional.
Allegedly.
Cali laws protect people like him. Even if you're able to prove his intentions were to infect you, the fact that he openly admitted to having AIDS, he'll more than likely get off. Now walk us through your first time so they could hear how nasty this ninja is.
He was just like, you're bleeding. And I was like, I'm a virgin. And he was like, okay. And literally didn't care. And then he's like, all right, whatever. And he's like, got a towel. He's like, we're adults here.
If it ain't period blood, I might throw up.
He started calling the Uber, and then he like tried to start having sex again.
You enjoy sleeping with virgins, fam?
And I was like, no, I'm bleeding, remember? And like, he's like, that's fine. We have a towel. Like, that's fine. We have a towel. And I'm like, yeah, but you already called the Uber. He's like, that's fine.
This nasty ninja wanted to get right back in there.
Meanwhile, like, I'm kind of like sobering up now. I'm not going to lie. The second time hurt.
If a person isn't a virgin and they're into virgins, that person is a predator.
We did do it a second time. The first time, I feel like because I had like the wine, it like didn't hurt as bad. The second time hurt so bad. And
this monster allegedly drugged the woman.
Allegedly. He put Molly in her water before they had sex, rape, and trafficking.
Which makes sense why Gena Tew said,
and I've dealt with cops over this person due to sexual conduct.
Sexual conduct.
Stuff.
Being that she's an alleged recovering druggie, she didn't mind him putting drugs in her drink.
That I thought was no big deal, so I brushed it off. But the fact that it's coming back to my face and they're telling me stuff about STDs and all this mess.
I'm a celebrity and I thought it was cool with you because we all drink these drinks. I didn't think you would have had a problem with it.
And of course a groupie will fall for that.
I was drunk. I was drunk on...
Well, that helps a little bit, right?
Yeah, I had to, like, I was just like, I had a lot of wine.
She was saucy when the predator slept with her. Is that not a crime anymore?
Yeah. So you guys hung out for a bit before and then it led to that.
Yeah, and then a little bit after.
Shelly claims she wasn't a groupie, But she for sure was drinking that Kool-Aid.
I don't want to put the blame on my friends because it's not their fault, but I do think like the hype surrounding me, like in my ear, like, oh my God, it's Diplo. And like the fact that like you haven't had sex with him yet and he's still talking to you.
I do not speak female. Is she saying she slept with him and caught a disease because of the opinions of her friends?
He was my only sexual partner.
Yeah, and then
he was my only sexual partner and I was a virgin. So who could have given it to me? A ghost?
She's claiming Diplo was the only person she slept with and she contracted chlamydia.
The first time I had sex with him, I swear I had a rash from hell.
Oh, really?
I had
Rug
a
burn?
freaking rash from hell the first time I had sex with him. It was like a horrible infection.
Didn't Gena Tew say something similar about him?
But the person I was dating, or well, seeing at the time, that I had the hives, he says he's clean as well. Meanwhile, he's out living his life and touring and stuff.
Rapper Azalea Banks heard the claims and added her 3-piece.
Azalea Banks didn't reach out to me personally, but someone from her team did and really validated me and was like, she knows and she's been speaking about it, which she has because she even did her podcast where she was like, oh, Diplo's always been preying on young
I
ethnic
saw that.
girls.
I remember, actually, I've seen that clip. Yeah.
And she was like, I had to, I thank him for my career, but I had to give him some teenage pussy to get it. She was 17 years old.
You know, like the types of terrible fucking like things Diplo used to do to me when I was 17, like, you know what I mean? Like, and broke. Like, if you guys just knew the type of degrading shit that nigga would like do to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, just kind of like gas me and coerce me and like make me feel like I had to have sex with him to get like beats from him. Of course, when you're 17, you're broke, you know? And like, I would have sex with him and then like, he'd be like, oh, I'm sending some beats, da-da-da, I gotta catch this flight, da-da-da. And I would like ask like, oh, can I order something from room service? And he would say no, like grimy, you know what I'm saying? Like, you, damn, just like sticking like all in this like little teenage girl. And like, she just asked you for a burger and fries and he said no. Okay.
Diplo's not an idiot.
Allegedly.
He's a clever predator.
Allegedly.
He told the record label,
you could drop the girls off. I'll take care of them.
So the record label probably did not know what was going on.
Allegedly.
They were sending these young women to Diplo, thinking he's going to take care of them, not knowing what's going on.
Allegedly.
And these women feel desperate because at the end of the day, they have nothing. They told everyone they were going to make it, and they're now in a whole different state.
With nothing.
Like, I was really sad. Like, really sad. Because I just felt like, what the just happened? Like what did this, like, what just happened? Like, this, it just kind of like me and then like took a picture of me and like ran out the door and like, you know, I'm like 18. I'm kind of just like, what the is going on? Like, is anybody going to help me? Is anybody gonna help me make some records? Anybody? No, you're just throwing me to the wolves. You're throwing me to Diplo, and Diplo's not getting anything done.
As a man, I understand there are women out here lying on dudes. Yep. And those women should burn in hell for that because there are real victims out here.
You know, what if this is the person who did this to me and he's living his best life?
What if that's not even true? And I kind of just said it out of like spite because of him being like,
you can't have assumptions because it just makes an ass out of you and me. That's what they say.
Gena Tew, Shelly August, and all of the other victims. At the end of the day, they're all victims. Thomas Wesley Pence,
Diplo.
If you did what we fear you did, you will spend the remainder of your life in a cage, you dirty bastard. Hold up. Gena Tew had enough.
All right, that's enough.
She even has some words for me which helped change my heart. Before we get to what she said, if you have or had the disease I'm going to speak about, there is nothing I'm going to say that's with ill intent. I understand that doesn't matter, but if something I say is a problem to you, check my ignorance in the comments. Be bold and expose my wrongs. I don't know you, so feel free to express yourself. But take a sec to hit that like button.
Thank you.
What did he say? Well, he said he didn't want to talk about me because it was disgusting. Let's just say after he said he said she had AIDS for 8 to 10 years, and
I was not diagnosed with HIV at 16 or 17 years old. Don't know where you got that from.
All I know is that because I was so sick at the point of death that they said I had to have had it for 8 to 10 years.
She's sleeping with celebrities. He said that, and then he said, you need to go get checked, blah, blah, blah. And then he said, y'all, it's like having monkeypox out here or something. something about monkeypox. They're pretty much comparing AIDS to monkeypox. Like, you can't even touch the person or be in the room with them. So there's that. And then at the end, of course, he threw in his whole, Gena, I hope you're good, or whatever at the end, as they do. So that's what I saw. Don't know when I saw that it was posted 4 days ago on Hollywood Unlocked.
She tried to act as if it was Jason Lee that said those things. She's disgusting. I don't care what y'all say. If you have a disease that can either claim a person's life or spread to someone that can't stand that hot sauce, you shouldn't be allowed to flaunt sexy on anything social. Bleep y'all mean. Gena Tew, you's dirty. I say that with all love. If I was the Most High, you'd be chilly in hell right now. Straight up. Oxymoron.
Because a well-known creator, I suppose, mentioned me in a video about how disgusting, and compared me to monkeypox, but then also said, hope you are well. At the end, was speaking on me. Of course, who doesn't want the views to talk about me in such a way and then be like, oh no, but I hope you're doing well.
I never compared her disease to monkeypox. All I did was recommend her video at the end of my monkeypox video. Watch it, check it out. But I truly believe Gena when she said,
I've been bullied since I was in middle school and high school, so my mental is so strong now. I think I've just been growing this strong barrier that everything's kind of funny to me now, so.
I assumed she was cool with it because I was free advertisement. I even added her Cash App to the videos, not mine. She was spreading the message that it's safe to sleep with someone that had AIDS, unprotected. What? If they're currently undetectable.
No, don't do it.
How am I wrong for disliking that confusing message? A viral low blip can happen without anyone's knowledge, and the person that doesn't have the disease can get infected. How can someone sane co-sign that? Y'all calling me all types of idiots for having the same opinion these infected people had before they got infected. They know stressful to be around. Out of respect, I had to kiss my girl auntie every time I saw her, and she always landed close to my lips. Yuck. And that's no disrespect. Yuck. Gena Tew was infected with AIDS and was still on social media in her drawers, y'all. All of those things started to annoy me. Back then, it just didn't make sense to me. And I don't believe in act like I don't see it because it's not my business. The same people saying that is the same people that would be infuriated if I saw a woman in danger and kept it moving. Gena Tew's message was dangerous and still is dangerous. But in doing research, I found out a predator that targets young black thirsties
Allegedly
infected her. So even though she's acting reckless and negatively influencing our culture, she still needs to be protected. The person that allegedly infected her infected other women as well.
Allegedly.
That one young woman, Shelly August, from this video, check it out and share your heart. But as far as her upbringing, Shelly was the opposite of a Gena and still got burnt. Because of that, Gena Tew being reckless cannot be my main focus. An alleged monster is still out there infecting young women that don't know any better.
Allegedly.
Their prefrontal cortex is not even developed. And that's the age range the alleged predator is targeting. While being infected. We need to demand punishment for these celebrities that's out here diddying people. It's easy to blame the victim when they're in their drawers dancing on social media. Other than the higher power, I personally don't know what it takes to get over the shock of getting infected with a disease, especially the monster.
Anyway, it's the stigma we're getting at here, okay? Guys, so I want you guys to go get some prep so you don't have to worry about being as disgusting as me. I want you guys to use condoms, yeah. I want you to not judge your friends, don't judge your partners when people want to be open, and don't assume they slept with the world. The stigma is garbage and it leads to a lot of suicides, okay? So please be more sensitive with your words today. A lot of people are going through it. Last year, on this day, I was crying. I was crying because I couldn't even do it. So, before you decide to be backhanded, think about the person's mental health. Happy World AIDS Day.
What's ugly is some of us want her to feel terrible because she's out here flexing certain things.
So how did I do? This is my actual hair. So no wigs, no braids, no none of that. I'm trying to do something with my own hair. And I know some of y'all are probably gonna say I probably should have curled the ends. I don't feel like doing that right now because I really got a nail appointment to go to because I've had these since Hawaii.
And yeah, it gets annoying, but should we really want her to be at home just crying, feeling terrible for herself, not being able to live a normal life because she was infected by a disease?
So I feel great most days, but on days like today, just coming into my apartment right now, I cried because I think I was about to have a panic attack because I've been nauseated all day for no reason.
It's not simping or anything like that, but I got to a point where I'm actually happy for her.
Like I said, I'm trying to save money. Me and my man want to get a little house and get settled, you know, have some babies, stuff like that. Trying to adult out here. But anyway, how did I do?
I'm looking at it like, you know what? She's inspiring and motivating a lot of people who didn't live a reckless life and ended up getting infected. They see there's hope to be with someone you want to be with and to travel and love life. So for those reasons, I'm happy. This is without disrespect to anyone who is infected, but come on. A person that loves the camera the way he seems to love the camera, you're telling me that person decided to get with someone who is infected? That doesn't seem strange?
My boyfriend thinks maybe I could do an eye transplant, but I don't think that's a thing for me. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I just figured I would make that now before I start feeling better. Probably won't be today, but yeah.